Hello friends, it's John here, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up two very important things that will be the foundation of your Canvas course gradebook. Now, have you ever been in a situation where you noticed your Canvas gradebook wasn't really adding up to exactly what you thought you had set it to? Well, chances are the problem is in one of these two things that I'm going to show you today. Now, you're going to need a Canvas course that you're either setting up or one that you may be revising that you had used previously. First thing we're going to do is to either choose or create a grading scheme. The second thing we're going to do is set up grading categories, and we're going to weight them differently in order to reflect exactly what we're communicating to our students in our course description or in our syllabus. Okay, let's get started. So let's start off by going to our settings. We're going to go down on the left-hand menu and choose Settings. Let's click that. We're going to stay on this tab called Course Details, and we will scroll down to where you see, about halfway down, Enable Course Grading Scheme. We're going to want that little box there checked. Now, once we check that box, we're going to get this link, Set Grading Scheme. Let's go and click that. Quite often, your district may have a default grading scheme, as we see here. There are several marks from A all the way down to F. You will see the percentages over here on the far right. Then you see two other links, one called Select Another Scheme and one called Manage Grading Schemes. Now you can either select another scheme if there is one saved, or you can click the little pencil to modify this one. I like to create my own grading scheme. I don't use pluses or minuses on my grades, and I want it to look exactly like I have it set in my course syllabus. So I'm going to go down here to Manage Grading Schemes. Let's click there. There's the default that we just looked at. Now we're going to go over here to the top right where it says Add Grading Scheme. Let's click that. Here we are with the default set for us. Now I'm going to go through and remove all of the pluses and minuses. As I mentioned, I don't use them. I know some people do. I do not. So I get rid of those. Now I just have my A, B, C, D, F, and I want to put in the percentages as I have them set up in my course syllabus to reflect exactly what I'm doing with my students. And now our grading scheme has a title. We are all set with our percentages, and I'm going to hit save. Now, by having this set, this will control the grade that you see in your gradebook. Let's go back to settings. Now we're going to scroll back down to where we have Enable Course Grading Scheme. We're going to click that. We're going to set that grading scheme. Now that we have another one saved, we're going to select that other grading scheme, and there it is. Mr. Cox's LVA grading scheme. I will select that. I'm going to click Use this grading scheme. We will click Done. And let's scroll to the bottom and click Update Course Details. Now we are all set. Let's go ahead and pause for a couple minutes so you can practice the skill that we just went over. And we're back. Now that we have our grading scheme set, we're going to go into our assignments and create our grading categories. I use 4. And in each of those categories, we're going to give it a weight. Now, this is exactly what I put into my syllabus. I have 4 categories, but they don't all carry an equal weight. Let's go into our assignments and set that up. Now we will go back to our left-hand menu and choose Assignments. Now, Canvas has a default section already set up, and it's cleverly called Assignments. I'm going to go ahead and keep that. I have a section in my grading called assignments. Now, Canvas doesn't call them categories, Canvas calls them groups. So let's go here and add a group. My next group will be called assessments. I'm going to save that. Let's add my third group. My third group will be called discussions. Hit save. And my fourth group is, you guessed it, final project. Now these are the 4 groups that I have in my syllabus. I want this to be exactly the same as what I communicate to my families and my students. Now that we have our categories, we're going to want to give them the weight. And it's going to be the same weight that I designate in my course description and in my syllabus. So we're going to go up to the kebab, the top right, 3 little dots, and we're going to choose assignment groups weight. And you're going to want to have that clicked, weight final grade based on assignment groups. With this clicked, our gradebook will be in perfect alignment. So my categories are weighted as such. Assignments are 20%, assessments are 45%, discussions are 25%, and the final project 10%, equaling 100%. Now, as soon as I hit save, this will completely set up my gradebook exactly how I have it communicated in my syllabus and my course description. Let's pause for a couple minutes so you can practice setting up your categories and your assignment group weights. And we are back. As you can see, this is my gradebook. I don't have any students in there yet, nor do I have any assignments, but you can see my categories are set up in the gradebook, and the total will calculate here at the very last column based on my weights and my categories. And that's it. I will see you next time.